Knock, knock. Who's there? Jim Jones.
We cut the lights off. What's up? What happened?
Don't be like Jim Jones. Jones is the kind of guy that can't pay his bills. Jimmy finna be 50, pulling B&Es, embarrassing Chrissy. Jim Jones is a guy who thinks he's fly, but he's also known as a buster. Sorry. I do not like people who laugh at their own jokes. And I know that was a corny dad joke, but those are my favorite. If you're not all caught up on the lore, allegedly, apparently, for sure, Jim Jones has been evicted from whatever space he's renting. I think this is the podcast space that him, Mano, Fabulous, and Davey share. I could be wrong on this. The only person who's really getting biblically roasted about this is Jim Jones. So I don't really know exactly how the finances work, or if this is the space for the podcast, or if this is a different space. What I do know is that 50 Cent is rich and petty. So now he has ownership of the building that Jim Jones is leasing. Hence this post. You know, I would like to know, is 50 gonna press formal charges, or is it enough to show how broke Jim Jones really, truly is? I believe I previously called them bummy goons. So you got this boon with you here on this crash out mission. Y'all pulling a felony. There's people in that building. That's an invasion. Maybe it's not a dwelling, so maybe it's not a home invasion. But y'all definitely committing crimes on camera.
I like committing crimes, but only on camera, only on camera, only on camera. I'm a gang banging blood, but only on camera, only on camera, only on camera.
Now you viral for it. Jimmy with your bro. Do y'all remember when Jim Jones came to my comment section acting like a bitch? I was talking to my cousin about that earlier. I said, man, what 50 is doing to Jimmy is just hilarious. Like, he just won't let up. He said, cuz, you want to talk. I said, what? He said, do you not remember how bad you did Jim Jones? I said, I remember I roasted him. He said, bro, roasting is not the word. You put that man in an air fryer, and then you took him out the air fryer, and you put him in the oven, and then you put him in some hot grease that had been heating up. Are you serious? I was like, cuz, I ain't do it to him like that. He said, you must not remember, huh? I said, honestly, I'm like Lil Wayne with his lyrics in my videos. Like, I make a lot of videos, I don't remember everything that's in my video. He said, I suggest you go back and you rewatch how you did that, man, because that was not nice. 48 years of age. Jim Jones was born in 1977. Not only did Jim Jones see my video, not only did Jim Jones not just laugh and keep it scrolling, Jim Jones took the time to come to the comment section. You have to forgive me if I read this very slowly. Jimmy doesn't use punctuation and he types like he dresses. Don't forget, I make millions. How about you? What you gotta show for yourself? Did you make your mama proud yet? Nope. You talking about another man who's rich? I would like to correct some misinformation. Allegedly, apparently, Jim Jones was not born in 1977. Jim Jones was born in 1976. Jim Jones is going to be 50 this year. And he pulling a kick though. 1976. Jimmy, and you pulling B&E. Lord have mercy. Have you thought about how this makes Chrissy look? Of course you have. Because you don't care that it makes her look crazy to be in a 20-year relationship with no wedding ring. Your actions affect others, Jimmy. Poor Chrissy. What's she gonna say to her mother? Is her mother around? I don't know. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. If she's passed, I don't know. I apologize. I don't know anything about Chrissy. The only thing I know about Chrissy is that she once asked you to marry her on national television. You had this woman asking you to marry her. Jimmy. And now you pulling B&Es? You finna be 50. Gang banging, blood throwing up, B&E pulling broke ass Bronx nigga. You came to my comment section talking about millions. You came to my comment section talking about millions. You asked me, did I make my mama proud? And you made millions. You think your mother is proud? That all of America have found out that her son is so broke that he pulling a B&E and he gonna be 50 this year? Don't you got a son? How you think your son feel in whatever miscellaneous block he hanging out on in Harlem? Because your son's probably from Harlem. You're from the Bronx. This is the most dirty Bronx activity I have ever seen. A 50-year-old with diamond chains pulling a B&E. You'd rather pull a B&E and risk your freedom than sell one of those chains. Are they moissanite, Jimmy? You couldn't sell one of them expensive ass chains to make some money? You gotta pull a B&E? This nigga broke. Broke as hell. And I'm in the hood right now calling you broke. Because I'm not pulling B&Es, Jimmy. I ain't pulled a B&E since like 2008. And I'm 12 years younger than you. And you done touched so much more money than me. And you not retired from the B&E game? You ain't got no little bummy goon blood minions to sit in the studio, Jimmy, for you? You got to do it yourself. You ain't had nobody in Harlem ready to crash out for you? What's the point in being a 49-year-old gang member if you don't have little young niggas to do this kind of work for you, Jimothy? Come on. I don't expect shit from you, and even I'm disappointed in you, Jones. Poor Chrissy. You know, I don't feel bad for Chrissy. This is what she get for being with a 49-year-old active gang member who won't marry her. Of course he pulling B&Es, even though he was born in 1976.